Hi, I'd like to explain what you should focus on and what you should definitely not focus on. So, those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick Stahl. I'm the lead trainer at Perfect Life. I teach leadership and self-leadership. Now, circle of influence and circle of concern. Consider this. You have stuff that you can actually influence and stuff that actually concerns you. Things that you find relevant and things that you can actually do something about, like your health or your relationship. It's something that concerns you, but it's also something that you can influence. You can do stuff about it. Then you have stuff that is outside your circle of influence, but it's still inside your circle of concern. It means that there's things that you actually, you worry about them, you think about them, but you cannot influence them. So it could be a global crisis, it could be war, it could be the pandemic, it could be stuff like that. Things that are outside your circle of influence, but inside your circle of concern. It keeps you up at night sometimes. Then, of course, you have stuff outside your circle of concern also. Stuff you don't give a damn about, and that's fine. If you don't care about it, you don't have to worry about it. Now, we must spend as much time as possible focusing on the stuff that is within our circle of influence. Why? Because it reduces stress. That's one simple thing. It reduces stress. It gives you a break. There's this thing about, the serenity prayer. Give me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. Give me the courage to change the things or influence the things that I can. And give me the wisdom to know the difference. So that's one thing. The other thing is that you get a really clear leadership task. If you focus on the stuff that is within your circle of influence, then you will focus your energy on stuff that you can actually influence. Not just stuff that, it is of your concern. And it's a really good prioritization method to help yourself, but also to talk to your coworkers, if you have direct reports, to help them understand that these things may concern you. It may give you some anxiety attacks, but they're outside your circle of influence, which means that there's nothing you really can do about these things. We just have to accept them. What we need to focus on is to prioritize our energy, our efforts to the stuff that is within our circle of influence. So as a leadership tool, it's super simple. It also empowers team members because you can tell them to work on stuff that is within their circle of influence and let go of the stuff that is outside. So the team members will feel that this is actually relevant stuff to focus on because we can do something. And if you also train and develop people, if you grow their skill set, then what will happen is that they will sense that their circle of influence is growing. With more skills, more power, more resources, they will be able to influence things in a wider scope. So that's why it's important to always grow and develop your coworkers and yourself so that your circle of influence grows larger. Now, final thing is that if you're doing changes, if you're doing big changes or small changes, try to always frame the discussion within the circle of influence. Because when you're driving change, when you're leading change, then there will always be a temptation to try to analyze and see consequences of stuff that is outside our circle of influence. It may be of our concern, but it's nothing we can do about it. So when you're driving change, when you're leading change, it's super important to always frame the discussion more about what can we actually do? What can we influence? What's within our circle of influence? So that's it. Circle of influence or circle of concern.